Hey Glam, and welcome to today's video. We're going to do kind of a clean beauty makeup look today with some base products from Chantecaille as well as some eyeshadow from the Tarte holiday gift set. I am going to cover that last one, Gemstone. It's one of my favorites, and create this gorgeous eyeshadow look that I wear off camera all the time and is the only one that doesn't affect my sensitive watery eyes. I also have some new products from What's Up Beauty, another clean beauty brand, and they are gorgeous, these bronzers and blushes and some new Japanese brushes. So very excited to dive into all of that. If you're new here, I'm Kristi. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get glowing.
Let's go, girls.
All right, my beautiful Glam sisters, let's jump right into it. So I don't want to take up too much of your time because we have a lot to cover today, but I have some new products from What's Up Beauty. So we'll start off with those. They have 4 new bronzers and 4 new blushes, plus we have 2 new 100% goat hair Japanese handmade brushes. You guys know I love my What's Up Beauty brushes. I use them on all of my eyeshadow looks, but I'm excited to see how these new brushes work. So I will insert some B-roll of that because I got this after I created this look. So I have, let's swatch up these 4 bronzers and 4 blushes. So these are their new Cheek Tear bronzers and Cheek Tear blushes, and it comes in 4 different shades for each one of those. Let's touch on these blushes. So these are made in Italy. They are talc-free, clean, non-toxic, cruelty-free, and 99% natural. Their active ingredients are niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. You get about 9.5 grams of product in here and 0.34 ounces. And then I will show you guys the ingredients right there. I don't see any coconut oil, which is really nice. We have mica as the first ingredient, then we have zinc, and then you guys can take a look at the rest. Not too much in there, which I do appreciate, but I always show it to you guys just in case any of you are allergic to any of those ingredients. So this is supposed to give you a soft touch of color with a subtle luminous finish. So you can see kind of the marble in there. So the first shade is number 10, which is called Peaceful Pisa. Very beautiful. Shade 20, Serene Sienna, which is kind of like a coral pink, I would say. And then we have shade 30, which is called Relaxed Roma. And then the last shade is 40, and that is called Gentle Geneva. And that is definitely more on the coral orange undertone side. The packaging on these are so beautiful. What's Up Beauty does a really good job of not overpricing their stuff, but giving you nice packaging, just very subtle with their beautiful logos and art. But this gorgeous like marble, you can see the sheen in there a little bit, but really pretty. I will be putting out shorts on each one of these shades, so stay tuned for that. But I will show you some B-roll of one of the shades that I put on in a different day. So I'll show you guys right there with the brush. But I really love their brushes. They're very, very soft, very nice quality for a very good price. And some of their stuff you can pick up on Amazon. So I'll have the QR code right there from What's Up Beauty on Amazon, but you can also shop their link. I don't have an affiliate link with them. I'll just put their website below for What's Up Beauty. And this is a large rounded brush that is crafted with ultra soft goat hair for a fluffy, airy design. And the hair lengths are about 1.5 inches, just so you guys know that. And it's handmade in Japan. And then they also came out with 4 bronzers. So the bronzers deliver that same type of finish, and it's supposed to give you more of a natural sun-kissed glow from that glow from within. It is a lightweight buildable formula that blends effortlessly to add warmth and subtle definition. So let's take a look at those shades. We have shade 1, which is the lightest bronzer for my fair skin tone ladies. And then we also have shade 20, which is medium, 30, which is tan, and shade 40, which is deep. I personally like the medium. I think that's my favorite from my skin tone, just so you guys know. And I will show you application of my favorite shade right there. All right, you guys, let's jump into how I created this base look. I'm not gonna go through my step-by-step because it's the same process as I always do. I always start off with my Dermatology water cream. You guys know that. So I will put right there kind of my list of what I do with my Dermatology water cream, not my skincare. My skincare will be available on my website, and you guys know, and I will also have down in the description box, it's always Dermatology and Calisime. You guys know that. But I did start off with my Dermatology. Actually, I take that back. I started off with my Calisime restorative cream first today, and then I went in with the water cream. And I did that earlier in the day with my other Calisime products, and you can always get 15% off with my Calisime code. And then they also are running deals for Cyber Monday and all of that good stuff. So up and through the holidays, I will keep you guys posted in the community tab as I always do. But then I went in with my Dermatology water cream, and then I just went in with the NYX primer today. I actually didn't even do my Dermatology #1 primer. Just the NYX Freezy Face is all I have on. And then I dived into this, and this is not new. This is their Future Skin Chantecaille, kind of like a I would say it's almost like a skin tint foundation. It's not anything that's going to give you a ton of coverage, so don't walk into it. But let me tell you guys, it is incredible. This is just incredible the way it looks on your skin. I had a darker shade and it was too dark for me, and I bought it years ago, and I just wasn't using it because it just wasn't my right shade. And then they sent me over Porcelain. So thank you so much to the Chantecaille team for doing that. And Porcelain is definitely my shade. Now, it may look like you're like, Kristi, you're crazy. That is way too light for you. But look at it outside for a second. I mean, can we talk about how it is a dead match? And my significant other will tell me if it's not the right shade. And he was like, wow, that's a really good match. But it looks scary upon application. And their shades tend to run a little bit more on the, I don't want to say orange, but they tend to come off more warm. So I really liked this shade on me. This was my perfect shade. And I like to really melt it into the skin with my fingers. And then I take my rougher BO2 brush. This is my favorite foundation brush. And I just start to just kind of stipple it into my skin and just really give that little bit of coverage that I can get out of it. I don't build this up too much because I know I'm going to get pigment from my Hourglass concealer, but I really love the way this looks on my skin. It just looks healthy. It looks like skin, but it just gives me that little extra confidence where I can wear this on a very natural day. But yet, as you guys can see with this look today, it still looks even beautiful with a very glammed up look by the time I do my powders and my concealer and all that. And I'm learning as I get older, I don't need a full coverage foundation because I have my Hourglass concealer that has enough pigment in there that I can cover up and spot conceal some areas. But when I go in with heavy coverage foundations, I find that it just starts to seep into my lines, my fine lines. I don't have anything, I don't have Botox, or I don't even know if you can do Botox here, but I don't have filler or anything in these areas like right here and right here where my makeup tends to crease. So I prefer these type of foundations because they're so lightweight that I forgot the other day, I had it on for 10 hours. I forgot I even had it on, you guys. I was like, I still have my makeup on, and I was like, wow, it still looks so good. It looks so good, you guys. It's unbelievably amazing. I didn't show you guys this, but I did go in with my Hourglass concealer, and that's how I just kind of spot concealed those areas. And then that is what it looked like right there after I did that. And it just looks healthy. And I did use my Rare Beauty contour stick, just so you guys know, off camera, just to give a little bit of cream contouring, but that is kind of how it looks once I, put it all over with and I always go in with my BO2, my rougher brush, and just kind of blend things together. And then I went in with their Chantecaille, and these are like their eye brighteners. Oh my gosh, you guys. This reminds me so much of the old school YSL one, but this is their Camouflage Stylo, and this is their Anti-Fatigue Corrector Pen in shade 1. Perfect shade for me. It gave me that perfect amount of brightness you can see on my face. I mean, I'm just like so impressed with what this product did to my under eyes. And I kind of put it right here on right below my nose as well, and on my forehead, just kind of the high points where the sun would naturally hit you. But really beautiful. The way it melted into my skin was just pure perfection. And then I went in with the Chantecaille, and these are their Cheek Gelée, and this is the shade Happy. So pretty. I am so excited to finally test this out. I have been wanting to test this out for so long, you guys. And it really is this beautiful pink. It has almost like an iridescent sheen to it, but it's not anything where it's going to accentuate your texture, which I have texture around that area, and as you can see right there, it's very natural. This is not for my girls that want a lot of pigment. This is just for my very natural girls. For me, I don't care because it's underneath and I'm going to use another blush on top anyway, so that's going to bring out the color. But this is a very beautiful shade, and for my girlies out there that just want that very natural look, you're going to love that pop of color because it really does add some youth to mature skin. I am really loving the way my skin is looking. I did go in with the Petal powder to just kind of blur the skin out. Instead of using my one size powder, I just went in with that and my Stands Out Beauty puff, and oh my gosh, you guys, do you see how magical that powder is? It is truly magical. Petal is my perfect shade. I have Shell and I have Cashew, but I reach for Petal the most. I keep Shell in my purse though for all over. I am obsessed with this powder, and you can tell I don't even really need the one size powder. I can just use this one as well. I can't live without this powder. I know that's dramatic, but it's very true. You guys, it is just truly magical. That's why you don't need a full coverage foundation, because you can take the powder and look at how good my skin looks. I am really impressed. I love the way my base turned out. And then I went in with the Chantecaille Real Bronze Bronzer, and I actually went in with shade Serene with this look, but I also love Goa, so I'll show you Goa in just a second. Serene is the lighter one, and it has a little bit more golden undertones, I want to say. Really pretty. It looks gorgeous. I'm using my Chikuhodo Takumi like a cheek brush. I'll put the number right there, and I'm just blending that in. The other day I went in with Goa. Goa is a new shade to me. I had Serene that I purchased myself. Goa they did send over to me. This has a little bit more red undertones, which I like. And for me, this one almost came off even a little bit more, had a little bit more natural finish, I would say. I don't know why it was pulling that way on my skin, but I think it is the same finish as the other one. It just, maybe that was in my head. As always, they just look perfecting on the skin. I am really impressed. I love the way my base turned out. So I didn't do this part on camera, but I did the same base as I always do. I went in with my Surratt, and this is my, you guys always get 15% off of Surratt products, but this is my Perfectionist palette. I usually color correct with this, but I didn't need to with that brightener, and I use this as an eyeshadow base. This is all I use as my eyeshadow base now. So I have that on, and then I did my normal, you guys know my Armani. This is just everything for me, and I just went in with my Sephora 57 brush, the same routine. I may have some B-roll. I'll show you guys. That's how I do it. Nothing different. I use this as my nose contour, and I use this as my eyeshadow base. And then I went in with my Griselle powder, which I didn't show you guys, and I just kind of buffed that in with, I usually just use my Wayne Goss brush, which is any type of fluffy brush, and I just kind of go over that cream contour area. And then I took my Rougher number 15 brush, and I went into this gorgeous gemstone palette from Tarte Cosmetics. I have two other videos with the warm tone one and the pink tone one. So I'll put the two thumbnails right there on the side, but you can definitely check out those videos. This holiday gift set is just unreal for the price point. I mean, I bought this on sale with some Ulta points I had, and then they had a 20% off, so I got a really good deal on this. But my goodness, you guys, this is the one I had been wanting to play with. This, I saved the best for last. This is my favorite. I have been using this nonstop off camera, and I'll show you guys the swatches right there. I haven't tried the blue yet. That's the only color I haven't, in the orange, or like a bronzy tone. I haven't tried these two yet. Copper, I should say, but I've tried every other shade in here. I mean, I usually go for blue. This is different for me, but I just love these browns, and I know this will be a look that most people would use. So I took my Rougher number 15, and I went into that second shade, which is the first matte shade, the lightest matte shade, and I just used that. You can use that instead of the Griselle powder. You don't have to do that. I just like to blend the Griselle into my nose contour. That's the only reason why I do that. that. And then I just kind of go under it a little bit and I just kind of stay, you guys can see right there, really fast and easy. It doesn't take me long. It takes me like 2 seconds to do that. And then I went in with the little bit darker transition shade, which is the first shade in the second row. And just started blending those together. And I'm using a rougher number 14. And then I went in with the second matte in the palette, but the last one in the first row. And that is a beautiful taupe shade. I mean, just a gorgeous taupe shade. And I used my rougher number 13 brush and I started just kind of getting a little bit of definition there. So pretty. As I told you on a previous Tarte video, I like to mix the shades because it makes it easier to blend and it just gives you a cleaner blend. So I went in with the darker and like the second mid-tone one. Then I took my Chantecaille Elephant. You guys, this is just these luminescent eyeshadows. Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago on how impressed I was with this formula. This is just, I don't know how to explain this. It gives you this, what you don't think is intense, right? At first you're like, okay, Kristi, that's not that intense. But what it does in the sunlight is something really different and really special. And it never affects my eyes. Now I tried to mix this Pat McGrath one, which you guys know I'm obsessed with these and I'll still wear them. But I mixed these two and then my eyes watered. So it had to be this. This is what, because when I didn't use this, I had no watery eyes. So I don't know what it is. So I just used the Surratt base that I had on and I just put this on. You don't need a base with this. That's how amazing this product is. But whether you use a brush or your finger, you're still getting so much pigment and sparkle out of it. You don't have to really worry about it. It's so easy, you guys. I just love that eyeshadow so much. So I have other shades that we're gonna play with. I have Cheetah that I purchased myself that I absolutely love, and that is like a champagne color. Ooh, it's so pretty. I use that one a lot as well. And then they just sent me over 2 more shades. So we have the Rhinoceros, which is like this gorgeous like olive green. Oh my God, I cannot wait to do a look. I am gonna do a look with that one soon. But they also sent me over Giraffe, which I have been wanting, and that is this beautiful bronzy shade that I cannot wait to do a chocolate latte look with. And you can even use this same Tarte palette and use these, like this one would be gorgeous with it. Instead of using the cool toned one, you can use that one because the one I used today, Elephant, is a little bit more cool toned. So that's going to be pretty with that color as well. But oh my God, I can't tell you guys how obsessed I am. These are just like non-stop products for me. I can't stop. I can't put them down. I was like that with the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm. I love that palette. That will look good. These look good with that as well. But for some reason, I've just been going to these. I don't know why. Maybe because they're easy. They're right in front of my face and they're new. So that's probably what it is, but I am so excited to play with Giraffe as well. So I will be creating looks with that, so stand by for those. But I did top off the look with that shade. You guys know I've been talking about it since I bought this palette. That is called Diamond. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is my favorite color. It is so beautiful. It is just this delicacy that oh, it's so yummy, you guys. I can't even explain it, but look at how beautiful it was on my eyes. Mixed with Elephant, and this is a little bit warmer, so you can mix warm and cool. Don't be scared of that, you guys. Like sometimes I mix a lot, so don't be afraid to do that. Mixing that diamond in there, getting back to the look, oh my God, it looks so pretty. I did go back over with Elephant just to kind of make sure that I'm mixing them together, where it just looks a little bit more cohesive. And then I went in with my Makeup Forever, and this is Anywhere Caffeine, I wanna say. I love this eyeliner with my cool tone looks. I just mentioned this in the previous video, but really love this. I'll put the number right there. And I just did the lower lash line with that. And then I took my Rephr number 23, went in with that dark cool tone shade in the palette called Facet. And I just went over that. What's Up Beauty R107, I went into that shade Solitaire and just went underneath that. Then I went in with What's Up Beauty R101. I went back into that shade Diamond right in the center of that lower lash line. And that is how the final look turned out. Once I popped on my Amy June Eve 3D Silk lashes, you can always use my code Kristi15 and get 15% off of all Amy June lashes. You can help support a small business. They are local here in Southern California, and I absolutely love these lashes. You guys know that. They're gonna be running some great deals through the holidays, so I will keep you guys posted on all of that. But this is one of my favorite looks, you guys. This is the look I go to. It's easy, it's quick for me. Off camera, I can get this done really fast and still look very glam. This might be a little too glam for some people. You can tone it down how you want, but you guys know your girl is just glam all the way, but you can definitely tone this down. I like that this look can be very neutral, but also can look more cool tone depending on how you add those accents. But really, truly, this is such a flattering look on any skin tone or any undertone. I love it. I'm obsessed with it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts on it. I also, again, love the fact that these eyeshadows do not affect my sensitive eyes, especially during the winter as it's gonna get cooler. My eyes are gonna get drier and they're gonna become even more watery. So I am gonna stick to this because I know it works for me. And you know, you guys know how I feel about clean beauty. I take it with a grain of salt, but there must be something in it that doesn't affect my sensitive eyes. As much as I love my Natasha Denona shadows and Viseart. Well, Viseart doesn't really affect me either, but Pat McGrath or even some of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize pop shots, some of those really still affect my eyes. I just water. So it's just unfortunate because I love those shadows so much. And it's not to say I won't use those shadows. I'm going to use them as well. But for long days, this is when I know, like if I'm traveling, and of course, yes, I do glam no matter what. You guys just know that's who I am. But when I'm traveling, I need something that if I'm going to be out all day, I know that it's going to last me. And that really does make a difference. But I love these shadows so much, and I really love this foundation, you guys. I mean, just outside, I'll let you guys see what it looked like. The way it wears is incredible. Now, this is going to be very natural. Like, do not go into this going, Kristi, this doesn't give you any coverage. No, you're not going to get a ton of coverage with this. It's going to kind of be like Maybelline Skin Tint, where it's easily builds up, but I would say Maybelline Skin Tint has a little bit more pigment in it, where this one doesn't have as much pigment, but my goodness, this does magical things for mature skin. And I mean, I'm in a full glam look, you guys. I can build that coverage with my Hourglass concealer. I can take, when I'm doing the concealer, I can bring it down a little bit. I didn't show you guys, but I've done it in several videos where you can easily just bring that coverage down and cover any discolorization type of areas. But as you guys can see, look at this. This is 8 hours that I've had this on. I literally had this on for 10 hours the other day, and I forgot I even had foundation on. And my skin looked like a porcelain doll outside. So I am obsessed with this. And don't go into this going, well, I think I need a darker shade, because you guys saw this looks so light upon application. Like it almost looks like it doesn't match me, but the shade I had up, I can't find it. It's somewhere in this madness, and I might have old footage of it, but that's the shade I thought I was way too dark and way too orange. So this one is my perfect shade. This is Porcelain. So even though it looks way too light for me, you can see from outside, it oxidizes into something really magical on the skin. It just almost like melts into your skin. I can't explain it, but it is pretty darn magical. You guys saw, like, it's just incredible. And I really like these Gelée blushes. Now, this is not for my girls out there that want a ton of pigment. If you want a ton of pigment, go with like the Kelly Ray one. You guys know I love this one. Absolutely love this. This is going to be in my favorites because that's how much I love this. And this one's a little bit more mattifying too. So if you have oily skin, this one I don't know how is going to hold up on oily skin. I don't have oily skin, so I can't tell you guys that, but it really does melt into the skin. And you guys can see, like, I wore my Tom Ford. I didn't show you guys how I applied it, but I have my Tom Ford, and this is in, which one is it? Explicit Flush. I have this over it, and it just is really beautiful. You guys know this is like my #1 powdered blush right now. So beautiful combination. Happy and this. And it doesn't matter what color or blush you use, but you can add the pigment with your blush. But this is just that out the door. This is for my minimalist girls. Beautiful shade, absolutely beautiful. And can we just talk about how incredible this is? Oh my gosh, this brightening camouflage type, this reminds me of like the YSL one, the Touche Eclat. That was from a long time ago when YSL was still Yves Saint Laurent, not when L'Oreal bought it. But before that, like the quality back then was just impeccable. That is what this reminds me of. And it just gave me that beautiful brightening with my petal powder over it. Oh, this is magical. Really good stuff. And I just can't rave enough about these. This one is broken, but the elephant one is the one I used today. So pretty. So pretty. So very impressed with the products that I got to test out on camera. Like, this was new to me, and so was this. Even though they're not new products, they were new to me, just so you guys know that. And then on my lips, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Hazelnut Lip Liner. And then I have this. This is the Maybelline Superstay. I just found this in my junk pile that I have, like, I need to go through. It's used. I mean, I have been using this one off camera, but this is shade #2. This is a tried and true for me for years now. So pretty. So I have that on. And then I have Nude York from City Lips, and you can always use my code KristiAllure. It is somewhere around here. I have this City Lips color, and this is Nude York. This is one of my favorite shades. So beautiful. So beautiful. And then I put, just because you guys know I like that little extra something, I'll show you guys how I applied that. This is Honey Kiss from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Love these two in combination. I use this with everything, even pink shades. It's just like, I cannot live without that Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. So that's what I have on my lips, just so you guys know that. And then I topped off the look with my Valentino highlighter. You guys, I really like this product. And this is their Ida Cheek, but this is a limited edition packaging for this holiday season for 2024. And it's just, can we talk about that embossing of the gold? And it's just beautiful quality. I mean, can we just talk about how pretty that is? So pretty. So that's what I have on. Obsessed with this one, obsessed with the Gucci one. I love my Anastasia one. We just talked about that in a previous video. So love it. You guys love the way everything turned out. Again, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you so much for joining me today, if I can speak. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click that post notification bell. Join our beautiful glam fam. We're here every week, and we just love for you to become part of our family. And if you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Say hello. I love hearing from you guys. I love when you guys comment with me back and forth every week. It's just such a joy to my life. You can follow me during the week on shorts. I do upload shorts on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram and also on TikTok. I do have a website, KristiAllure.com, where you can get all of my skincare routine and all that good stuff. Amazon favorites. I will have the QR code right there where you can scan it and check out my blog. I love the feedback that you guys have given me on my website and how helpful it's been. So thank you so much for that. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper